I come from a whole family of devout Christians, and I've always been the black sheep because I've never really bought the whole Christian worldview. However, I've slowly, been dragged back towards the Bible in many ways. There's a lot of truth in there, certainly, and I think not just the Bible, but a lot of other holy texts. I think comparative religion and just getting a spectrum view of the different world's religions and philosophies is healthy, and that you shouldn't just take on any one religion and call it your own, because that's like a waste of your mind and your life. We've got this whole life to live here, existing in this big mystery. I think it's everybody's responsibility not
Right.
to make such a hasty decision as to buy wholesale some prepackaged box of beliefs, and instead to withhold judgment as long as possible, all the way, I'd say, because I don't think anybody really knows what happens at the moment of or after death. So instead of having it be a foregone conclusion, how about everybody live their life in the present and create your own religion? I think everybody should have their own religion, and they should be their only disciple, the only follower, and everyone should have their own metaphysics like that.
Right.
My personal belief, I don't know what you'd want to call it, what I feel is happening here is that we're in a dream. There's an objective, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent being, consciousness and intelligence that exists before and beyond all space, time, and matter. People have called that God, Tao, Brahma, Void, infinite consciousness, you name it. It's the one with a capital O thing that exists and pre-exists the material world. Now, if you're an objective being like that, all known to yourself, what do you do with your existence? The only thing you can do with your existence is to play make-believe, hide and seek, to create
Right.
subjective things. You're the objective thing, right? So you have to create and you're a singularity as well. So you create a dualistic world like we're in here: sun, moon, day, night, male, female, inhale, exhale, everything's good and evil. It's all dualistic like this. Of course, God is a singularity. So God, the good with an O, creates the devil, the evil with a D, because it's necessary for there to be this other element. Otherwise, it's just God. It's just angelic robots on repeat. You have to have a demon or a devil or an evil for there to be freedom. And so they say Satan was God's highest angel, and then he fell. So in the sense that God has he's all known to himself and objective, so he has to separate himself into an opposite like that. And so that's why we find ourselves here as subjective interpreters in a world of opposites, a dualistic world where we can experience the heights, breadth, and depth of good and evil, of pain and pleasure, because that's what's necessary for us to have free will. People say, well, why does God have suffering and why does evil have to exist? Because if it didn't, then you wouldn't know what happiness is. There would be no contrast, and there would be no free will. You wouldn't have the choice to be good. You'd just be good, and you wouldn't even know it was good because there's nothing but good. So it's necessary. It's inevitable. It's an inevitability that the one objective, omnipresent, omniscient, omni whatever being would have to separate himself into subjective packets of consciousness into this dualistic physical world. And it's like a game. It's like a dream. It's like when you have a dream every night, there's all these different people and situations and environments and discussions, all these things going on, and then the alarm clock rings and boom, all those people, situations, and environments, everything disappears, and you realize they didn't even exist in the first place. The only thing that really existed was you. And so we are like subjective characters in an objective being's dream, and when we die, a piece of God wakes up to realize he was only dreaming. So that's what I think. I think that we're all method acting in God's dream. In reality, we're all subjective packets of that one objective consciousness that pre-exists the material world, and that inside that mind, that's where we are. And you think about it, you never know the beginning of your dreams. You just are in a dream suddenly, and you're already in it. It's already happening.
Right.
It's just like your life here. You don't remember being born. I don't remember the first 5 years of my life. It's just boom, I'm here. And then every night, oh, I'm in a dream. And the dreams are so convincing that I've forgotten my entire life. You know, I go to sleep and I'm in some medieval castle fighting dragons or something, and I am so into that that I literally have no idea that I'm going to wake up in the morning and, you know, in this life, in this room, doing what I do. I am the medieval knight slaying dragons, and if I woke up every morning to that reality from that dream on, I don't think I would even remember this life as a glimmer of having happened. I would just assume that, yeah, I'm this knight medieval dragon slayer guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I'm with you on that. Dreams are such a fascinating thing. If you don't dream, if you don't sleep, you'll just die.
Yeah, you can't not do it. It's so
Right.
programmed into us, we can't not do it. So obviously, there's something mystical there that, you know, if you try really hard to stay awake, you're like, I know this world is real. I know this world is real. I will stay awake. And you try as hard as you can. You stay awake about 3 days or something. You start seeing hallucinations. This world starts to become a lot more dreamlike. You're seeing energy trails. Your eyes are closing, and then suddenly medieval knight dragon slaying, and you're just like, yeah, whatever. I'm a medieval knight dragon slaying, and you just go with it, and you totally forget it, like I was saying.
Right.
So, yeah, in other words, we're not allowed to. It's like this world is just a dream that you keep returning to, and if you kept returning to any other dream, you'd assume that that one was real life, and you'd probably get all into it, and you'd get microscopes and telescopes, and you'd start looking at stuff, and you'd be like, this isn't a dream, this is reality. Look at these atoms, electrons, protons, neutrons, you know, and you'd get so into it, and this must be real, you know, like the Bill Hicks thing. Look at my wife. Look at my bank account. Look at the furrow of my eyebrows. This must be real. And he said, no, it's just a dream, right? We're in the imagination of ourselves.
Yep. Experiencing Excel.